Watching, by the way, so shout out to Mustache Grandma out there. But yeah, Onyx. Wow, you were talking about it. They had, what, 3 points, 4 points coming into today?
4 points to 40.
Wow.
0.8 to 4.4. They've done 36 points so far today. An excellent, excellent day from them. And they are now only 2 points behind Gunz and 3 behind Ghost. What a story from this team.
And they still might be, 16th position. But if they can do what they've done today, 2 more days in a row, they're definitely not going to be down there at the bottom. I can say that with full-blown confidence, because after this match, this one right now that we're watching will be officially 50% done with the PUBG Mobile World Invitational over here at the West Side West League. And looking at the screen real quick, we're getting a nice little glimpse at the player rankings. Pretty impressive up there.
I mean, Fashe's just been crushing it. I mean, Mafios as well, over 3 free call. Oh, why are there so many players? Yekta, I feel like we never talk about Yekta, and he's always up there, always delivering an insane amount of points. A little bit lower on the kills, but insane amount of damage. Like, why? This player is just, he's a ghost. I don't understand.
A sleeper, man, that sleeper out there. So I appreciate it. Number 4, not bad, not bad. And talk about not being too bad. Circle number 1 for Shivas up there, and yes, Naya, dead center. I already see some indicators going off, similar to our game 5 last night. Gun versus Ghost. Remember, Ghost took him out. Ghost mopped the floor with Gun Esports in the final match last night. I already saw some indicators. I wonder who lost what. Okay, so I see 4 up for Ghost. So Ghost already with a point on the board.
All right, Ghost starting things off strong. Again, this is how the last Erangel of day number 1 ended yesterday as well, Dave. This exact same situation. Ghost was able to wipe them. We can take a look back at this first one here. Oh, this is actually Rod up against Team Queso. Interesting. Bit of a hot drop moment. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. Just seeing HH24 with this M16. He's been running this M16 quite a bit, actually.
Rod, another team that we keep seeing every single game. Get some kills, get some kills underneath their belt, and it's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. But yeah, the M16, I'm curious, like, is that the new flavor right now coming on out? Well, possibly.
Taking a look now, the action is still going here, and Pachinki teams have not opted to back up yet. Lord, look at the movement, knowing at any moment bullets could come whizzing right on by. Just like that, we're back up and in it. All right, let's take a moment here, Dave. Let's relax. I'm not used to so much action this early on Erangel.
Oh, I'm relaxed. You know who's not relaxed? Onyx. After that last game's performance, their blood is boiling. They are feeling pumped up. They were giving virtual high fives to each other on that break. The thing is, though, the Primorsk drop. It's the Primorsk/Quarry drop. Really hurting them this game around. I feel like a lot of teams, they need to be a little more dynamic with their drop locations based on the flight plan. Like, every team, in my opinion, of course, needs to have 2 different spots, right? At least 2. When we look at Ghosts, when we look at Gunz, maybe not, because your spot Pachinki pretty center, so you don't really need to worry about it. But if you drop somewhere like on the complete opposite of the map, if the circle doesn't favor you, I definitely feel like you need 2 plays in your book. So we'll see if Onyx can make it in on this zone alive. They're gonna have to move through 19E. They're gonna have to move through Godsent, Alpha 7, and I already see Destiny up there in Severity. They're gonna have some time to work with for the time being if they do decide to gatekeep some of these squads out here. So I'm definitely still cheering for Onyx, especially after last game's performance.
Oh, 100%. I mean, again, everybody loves an underdog story, and when the underdogs step up and show another level of play, it gives you that additional little bit of hope, you know what I mean, to see what they can do. Again, because it was a disastrous day number 1. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was not great. One of the worst one-day performances we've seen from a squad at this sort of international level of competition, but they have turned it around today. And I think the thing that impresses me the most, Dave, is it'd be really easy for a team to get dejected, to get down on yourself after a day like that, but they have not. They have come back stronger than ever, and that just goes to show how much tenacity this team has.
Love the tenacity, and I agree with you, especially, you said it, they 36 points in one day?
36 points.
That's big. Like
only 4 games.
Only 4 games. That is big, especially after
8 points a game. That is solid. Like, that is really good.
And that's what we were saying towards the end of yesterday, right? Like, any of these bottom teams, if they're really truly looking to make big improvements, they need to come into today's games with an average around 9 to 8, and that'll put them at the top when it comes to those average points. And that's exactly what they have been able to accomplish here today, which is big. It's huge for them.
Absolutely massive. Again, I cannot understate it here as we're taking a look at where these teams are sort of positioning themselves. This looting phase going a little bit longer, simply due to the nature of this circle. A lot of teams are already in it. It's, again, like you mentioned before, those teams on the west side, 19, Onyx, Alpha 7, Nextria, that are going to have to think about how they want to plan these next rotations.
Low and steady. I'm trying to think real quick. Like, let me ask you, do you have a favorite play of the day? I know there's been so many, but like, does one really stand out to you?
Yeah, I think the Pocus push was really, really solid. I can't knock that one. And then, oh man, I think it was probably that one in Novo in game number 3 as well.
Oh yeah, the M249. Yeah,
yeah,
1v4. That was good. Yeah, that
was a good one.
I agree with you 100%. 2 pretty remarkable plays. Yesterday, I watched the VOD. Who was that again? That they were in that vehicle. We panned over to the camera. It was like, bam, the vehicle hit us in the face. I don't know if that was Team Queso. I don't know. Team Queso today.
Might have been Destiny.
Was it Destiny?
It might have been. I can't remember.
Team Queso, though, today, though. Haven't been doing the hottest. Not gonna lie.
They've been hit and miss. Like, that Sandhawk game was pretty good from them, but then, yeah, it's kind of been all...
That was it,
everywhere.
Yeah, that was it,
though. That's exactly, yeah. At times.
Hopefully with this mansion position right now in this circle, it's kind of like their shooting star, I guess you can say. Hopefully this is their game to really end the day on a high note. As look at the kill feed, we still see some kills popping on off. Looks like Chavez, looks like Destiny. I even saw Gunz and Ghost kind of clashing at it. I saw Ghost get a knock, but not a confirm. So they're repositioning.
Keep an eye on that. And again, all these teams in the bottom, I would say below the top 10 right now. So like, you know, Clash, Gunz, Rod, Ghost, Godsend, Onyx, like they need to try and break that here. Because really, the difference between the difference between 16th and 8th is 26 points. That is one good game. That is one good game from a team. A 10-kill chicken dinner, and you're right there. So any one of these teams with a big enough performance could very easily do that. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on it as we're taking a look. Slow game, though, to start, Dave. Only a handful of kills, despite how hard this first circle shifted. I feel like teams are playing it a little bit cagier this time around. Nobody wants to be that first one knocked out.
Very hard, very hard. And another thing to note, like the difference between those placements that you mentioned, the 9th and 10th through 16th, they get 15K to donate to the charity. And then 6th through 9th, they get 20K. So it's a 5K difference, which is huge. That's equivalent to the MVP that will be walking away here at the end of this event to donate to their charity with the cause of No One Left Behind, making sure everybody gets the opportunity to get that good old-fashioned vaccine, as 19E looking for the opportunity to have a safe pull-up, a safe position in the zone, and UDR, like, bah, 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 take some shots, and right away, 19E quickly making that U-turn.
And everybody's still in the southern portion below the river, which is really interesting to me. There are not a single team north. Like the Alpha 7 and Onyx are both going to rotate into the north, but there is so much wide open terrain that no one is taking advantage of right now. Dave, the reason this is going to start to feel a little bit further in than the second circle is because all the teams have chosen to play really congested, centered up here around Yasnaya. And if this goes north towards Stalber, this is going to be an absolute disaster.
not only a disaster for all the teams that are towards the south, but a disaster because the one team that is up there towards the north, it's going to be Alpha 7, baby. Yeah, Alpha 7. Currently in that third place position, hovering around 45 kills. So when we look at the kill department, they're right behind our first place squad at 47. Coming on out.
Tied for second.
Tied for second. Impressive.
I mean, Alpha 7, that's what they're known for, but the name I feel like we're still not saying enough is Carrillo. When he's able to take these really good close range fights and he's able to catch people off guard, he never loses. But the issue is that's sort of where he's been living. He's only in that one position. His mid to long range fights have not really been where they need to be. And I feel like other players are stepping up. And while that's great, I feel like if on days 3 and 4, Carrillo can also step up that frag we know and love, if you know, maybe we can channel that Coop's energy with the 3 protect 1, the hard carry strats, I feel like there is the potential for this Alpha 7 squad to ascend to new heights here in this Invitational.
And that's what's important, you know, just having the opportunity to even have that potential. That's huge. As of right now, Alpha playing that 2-2 split. They got 2 members near Severny. They got 2 members near Stalber. So if they get this next circle, like their positioning alone, they're gonna own a lot of this terrain. They're gonna have a lot of options, a lot of potential to get some kills with their 2-2 split that they got going on right here. And everybody else, for the most part, kind of center. They found themselves a nice little compound to call home, you know. Put some logs into that fire, grill some s'mores, get that chocolate out here, get it going.
Ooh,
yeah, I'm getting a little hungry.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. Hey, s'mores. S'mores is like a rank 1 snack. Yeah, it takes a little time to throw it together.
It's work.
It's a rank 1 snack.
It's worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's worth it. 100%. I mean, okay, I gotta ask now while we're on this topic, what kind of marshmallow guy are you? Kind of marshmallow guy. How do you like it cooked?
Definitely just gold, not burnt.
Just.
Oh.
Yes, Dave, yes. This is why we cast so well together. Perfectly golden brown. Not one of those people who shove it right into the fire and then blow it out afterwards. Like,
no. If it catches fire, you did something wrong. Okay, let's just say that. But some people love it. Talking about loving it, Destiny. Loving this Yasnaya zone right now. They're by themselves in the town.
I mean, they're not going to be alone for long, Dave. Everybody is converging on that right now. And while we've only seen 3 kills so far this game, that number is about to shift dramatically. I wouldn't be surprised if 20 players left the server between circles 3 and 4 right here. We're about to witness some action.
Oof. Talking about the team hoping that they aren't going to be the main focus of the action. Ghost Gaming down here on the low ground right here. Nitsu tossing some grenades. Spec, fortunate for them, trying to separate from the squad mates, because if one grenade connected on all 3 of them, that would have just spelled disaster.
Yeah, the reason I was freaking out there is because I saw how stacked they were, and I'm like, one big nade could just be the end of the hopes and dreams for Ghost Gaming. Back to the Shadow Realm with them, and they get to watch the rest of this game from the stream instead. But they are able to extricate themselves. Oh, Axel! Me, oh my! Well, that was a big gun. Axel. What? Living up to the name. Absolutely clutch. No way. No way, Dave. That was sick.
From the car. Whoa. What? Okay.
Okay. All right, we see you.
Okay.
We see you, Axel.
We see you.
He's like, you know, other people have been getting attention, like Nitsu's, like they're talking about him a lot on the broadcast. I just got to remind folks that I am absolutely disgustingly good. Just as a casual. He doesn't sound anything like that, but you know, if he did.
Just another day at the office, right here. And they don't.
Oh yes.
They don't have clutch in their name.
It was a headshot. He just ripped him right out.
Yeah.
That man had an ejector seat.
You know what? To make matters worse, like in that situation, Ghost, they already had like their tail between their legs, just trying to get out of there alive. And then on top of that, a bolty to the dome on Tensa, who has been, you know, on it today.
Like a star player.
Yeah, Tensa has been on a steamroller here today, definitely clutching up in those much-needed moments. That's going to set Ghost back a couple pegs here for the final game of the evening.
Yeah, that's going to be not ideal for this squad. Losing 2 players early in this last game where they really needed to try and turn their fortunes around. I don't think anybody could have predicted coming into this weekend that we would end day number 2 with Ghost Gaming in 14th place. But unless they make a drastic change, that's potentially what could happen, or even lower. If Godsent or Onyx step up here, they need to go clutch with their last remaining players as the circle continues to center up. Less action than I was expecting, to be honest. Teams have been able to find their way in here, and the reason why, Dave, I expected more teams to try and send it into Yaz. Instead, so many teams are playing the edge here because of that big open field, and maybe they should have. Wishing they sent it. Maybe they should have sent it.
Yeah, maybe they should have, because they would have had some cover to actually work with. And 2 games in a row. 2 games. Urban combat finishes is looking pretty likely unless they just get unlucky and the Snaya fields are in play. But Konina Power on the hunt, looking to wrap around these fields, looking to breach their way into the zone somehow. They're going to be right between Alpha. They're going to be right between Destiny. There's not a lot to work with right here. As they clear that air from the hay bale.
Oh, we get to watch the roll-up before this happened. All right, get to see that replay. Doing it in style. Unfortunately, not enough of a family to land that jump. This is not an action movie.
And they lost one in the process. So Team Queso down there, right behind them, Gunz. We got Pocos from UDR strolling on in. 19E, remember, they sent it into Snaya pretty early. Pretty center. So 19E from Canada, looking for some consistency here, which they're known for. Arrow, well, their positioning alone should guarantee that.
Yeah, they did lose Sam in the crossing, but not doing too bad here. Fashe was confirmed. GDR's UDR killers as well goes out. Surprising, as those 20 kills I predicted, well, they did come to pass. Destiny's dropping as well. Big plays here for those teams unable to find a purchase in Yasnaya. As you can see, it was a 1 nade from Acer, just absolutely wrecked them. You can see it there in the kill feed. Wow, big plays coming out from 19 Esports.
Destiny, not the hottest days here today. Day 1, at the top, rocket ship to the moon for sure. Today, 4th place as of right now. Still, we're only halfway done. And they're definitely within striking distance to get that first place, $250,000 to donate. But the main focus right here, Team Queso. We talked about them a couple moments ago. Team Queso are looking for that comeback match, and this could be it. They're already getting a couple kills.
I saw another one of those headshots with I heard the bolt action in my ears, and then I saw the kill feed pop up as he was able to get it down there. I don't think able to confirm the kill. But Team Queso certainly making their presence felt on the outside, though. This is the one issue. They're the team, probably them and Nextria Gaming, worst positions. You can, as the camera pans here, you can just see them off on the horizon on the edge of the circle there. So far, they haven't even rendered in. That's how far away they are from the action, Dave.
Worst if the next circle doesn't hard shift down there. If it does, one of the best. And if I had to, if it does go down to the south, Clash, they're in an even better position. They have such a huge buffer between them and everybody else in those fields that it'll be a shooting range for them if they play their cards right. But for the most part, most of the lobby, 85% of the lobby, they're definitely hedging their bets over here for Yasnaya.
Yeah, and you can see RTG here on the outside playing the cliffs. I don't hate this position at all. It allows them to only have to look in one direction. That is straightforward as the circle will close in. This is of all of the circles so far this game, Dave, this is the most important. This is going to determine where teams have to shift. Will it be out of the city? No, it will not. This is about the best circle a lot of these teams could have hoped for. Dave, urban combat once again.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for our squads down here towards the south. And Clash, they're going to be letting a squad just roll right past them. They're playing this one awfully slow as we see our first place squad rolling up into the town, representing Turkey.
Yes,
and they lost
all the. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of to be expected. I mean, you probably weren't going to make that crossing unscathed as, Tudor might be very much in some trouble. That nade came on out. Rod has taken some damage as well. 19E. Next Rate Gaming hard eliminated through all of this. Oh my goodness, the action just is not stopping Dave. It's like we flipped that switch. Yeah. And just like that, every single team is firing on all cylinders. Alpha 7 is looking to try and push in onto Gunz Esports. This is an opportunity to step up against one of the most dominant teams in the lobby. Carrillo, point blank range, the building. I called for him in this game. Go clutch. Be the star player we know you can be. That was the opportunity. They're going to do some damage. Reset. They don't want to take that risk.
2v3 as well, but Alpha, they're so grouped up. One nice grenade from Gunz could be the deal breaker. Looks like Gunz are going to get the reset, the heals, and looks like they're going to pull back just a little bit. They don't really want this fight. And as I say that, Break gets knocked from RTG.
Yes, indeed.
Gotta watch those angles.
The shots. Yeah, you can see the shots over towards the right. You can hear them. Them and Godsend as well as Clash are going toe-to-toe. 19E and Team Queso as well. Nice nade. Not quite able to find its mark, though. They'll still give Xenox a chance to revive Acer. All I can just hear is just this hail, this cacophony of gunshots as every single one of these teams is trying to take out their immediate neighbor, trying to create some space like Nomi is doing with that triple nade knock there in the feed. Wow. Nina Power continuing to... Ooh, it just keeps going? Yeah. The kill feed just keeps going. He just destroyed them all.
Nomi coming in clutch right there. That grenade. Yeah, I keep hearing grenades. I keep hearing shots get rung out there. Now it's up to Daddy. The last one alive for Loconostra. They've been having a phenomenal day. A lot of teams that really needed those clutch games have gotten them here today. Konina, Roof Campers, a duo right now. Grenades in hand. They are going to be on the edge out here towards the east side. Chivas down there just a little to the south, but the standoff still happening out here between Alpha, RTG, and Gunz.
So many of these standoffs happening right now. The second that you poke your head out, though, to try and challenge, the chance of you getting third party just drastically increases, and that's the issue. Onyx, oh man, they're just trying to sneak in on the outside, though, and I don't think Nomi is aware.
Heard something.
Heard something. Goes, turns, can't win the fight, though. However, the teammate is there. The old bait and switch, Dave, giving him the old razzle-dazzle.
Hit him from both angles. That one's hard to win unless you got that quick 360 flick. So great teamwork as Spec trying to get over there.
Come on.
I think Spec made it. Spec made it safe over that wall with that Volt, but about 1 HP. So close.
That DP spray, when it starts to get out of control, good luck getting it back. It is like a wild stallion just trying to make that one happen as Alpha 7 is trying to make their next rotation happen, pushing in these circles, though, Dave. They just keep centering in the city, which means it's all about just taking the next building, the next block, the next window, the next angle, how to get from point A to point B. We're in rush hour.
Talk about it. That's an understatement. Hamoudi and Freak right on the building of 19E. Oh, but a grenade in return. So Sheepman might knock themselves, but the much needed time to pump the brakes from the side of Gunz. Hamoudi, I believe, is going to bleed on out. And look at this over here. Daddy popping off with the Bob Barker MK14. No health. Made it alive. Daddy, slow down. Slow down.
He was able to take out the one. He got traded out. Unfortunate for Laca Nostra. Going to be going out there in 12th place. So not doing super hot here in this last one. Alpha 7 as well, though, continue to try and lay on the pressure, but taking damage at range. The UMP of Acer. Somehow 19 Esports has been able to hold on for so long, but it looks like it's RTG who are going to reap the rewards, stealing all those kills out from underneath them. RTG have done a fantastic job of surviving through this. They've been in this circle forever, but they have one of these key buildings because they rotated early, and only now are they getting punished for it.
From behind, El Chapo getting tagged in the back end right there. If you get taken out right now, 9th place, 1 point. Talk about the struggle of just trying to survive this long into the game. 24 minutes, and if they get taken out, 1 point. Looked like Gunz, they were able to successfully reposition and avoid the barrels, the sight lines of 19E. They got a nice spot for the time being, but like you said, RTG, that compound, that building, the different elevations that they have on those stories provides a lot of angles that they can really work with right now.
Does indeed. And we're seeing them utilize it right there. G-Fan, again, poking his head out a little bit, not quite respecting the different angles. But they will have this next circle rotated up to the north. That does benefit 19E, Ghost, RTG, Team Queso. Put some squads to the outside, like Ra'ad, like Clash, like Chivas. They've got to push their way in. I know it's hard for you all to see in the mini-map, so I'll try and describe it for you. They've got to push north. That's what this next one's all about.
Ra'ad gonna have a challenge. They're gonna have a three-story battle between them and RTG, honestly, right now is one of the main focuses. 19E, how can they keep this spot? A little 2-1 split. And of course, look who's next to them. The Magnets out here. Ghost Gaming USA. Always, every single game. And it goes back, like you said, the IGL. You got Bayo, the IGL, She-Fan, the IGL, kind of coming up together in the comp scene. Great minds think alike.
That's 100% what it comes down to. They just take a very similar approach to the game. As we're seeing Ra'ad and Clash going back and forth, they need to make the crossing. The smoke tunnel is down. Trazen will drop. Again, Trazen, I feel like, has some of the worst luck of any player in the lobby, continuing to live up to that here. As Ra'ad was able to pinpoint that, his MZ goes down as well and confirm this is huge. Clash will be able to make the crossing, but it was not for free. It took its toll.
Yeah, Desha on it, man. Desha on it with the AKM up there. That was that player from the last match with the M249. So Clash, okay, they got 2 up. They have this broken wall to deal with for the time being. They're somewhat on the outskirts of the city, so they can really use that broken wall to their advantage if they want to go for those placement points, because RTG, they're gonna collapse in on Rod right now.
Maybe the play here, as everybody is just playing this game of chicken, who's gonna rotate out first? As 19E and Ghost are continuing to trade blows, HH24 is down on the high ground. Spec, the way the blue works, can't actually go up there to revive him. Will take a significant amount of blue damage if he tries to do that. It still might be the play, but it opens them both up to be taken down by 1 grenade. As 19E, they're starting to run low on meds. The rest of the crew is pushing on the outside. It's Clash, they're going down. Chivas holds the line, 3 players still alive. And now we are down to our top 8.
Meanwhile, Nitsu, TPP, getting all the intel right there on their enemies right in front of them. Chivas, 4 up still. Impressive. I mean, this is a team for all us talked about at the beginning of the day. So consistent on this map of Erangel, and it's paying off here as Nitsu cooking this grenade with the ricochet bounce off onto Jacob. Nitsu, I don't know if that was planned or what, but it worked out.
It's 100% planned. That bounce was way too intentional to be anything but. And this is the opportunity that Team Queso need. Now they're gonna push in. Will he stick it? No, it's always Fran. It's always Fran, the man with the plan, just trying to survive, going on in, but executed in cold blood. No way Ayala and Team Queso are gonna let that one go on by. But RTGs continue to keep up the pressure on one side or the other. The action does not stop. Into 19 Esports Ghost able to try and stabilize just a little bit longer. Xenox is gonna continue to hold the line. 1 player already down. Acer probably not going to be able to be revived here. Canadian Power is eliminated as well. Gunz on the outside. 1 last player there trying to hold on. His Spec is surviving in the blue. Dave, RTG is in a great position to take this fight.
Still 6 teams. Smokes are deployed everywhere. It's going to come down to game sense. It's going to come down to you up close and personal gun skills as Team Queso eliminated right there in 6th place. RTG in the heat, in the thick of it, right between 19E.
Oh, Xenox able to hit the deck and survive. Spec still out there in the blue, but Xenox took so much damage. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make it to the next one. They are going to pop the first aid try and hold on a little bit longer, but perfect awareness from RTG of where this player is. Dropping from the sky, and Xenox not going to happen this time. As Boyka just says, absolutely not. And just like that, it all comes down to She-Fan. And Spec was able to crawl in. Dave, they've forgotten he's there. He may actually outlive 19E.
Classic bait and switch right there. 5 teams to go. Gun still alive. The duo still alive. Not only that, they're not only turtling up, but they're getting some kills, some points. Reek with the Tommy gun in hand. A lot of smoke, a lot of utility still in play.
100%. But there's one thing I didn't notice.
What?
Look at 19E's kill points.
Well,
they went down with 12 kills. Oh my goodness. Absolutely insane. And just like this, Spec getting involved on the outside. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I had to say it. As they're continuing to put these kills, RTG, Dave, the team I thought was going to be able to clutch this one out, goes down. And Gunz with only 2 players left in the building in a great spot.
They're putting in the work as Spec gonna be getting chunked down from the blue zone. Denying the point. Might be intentional. Smart denied the point, and now 2v2.
The way he was moving, I'm not sure it 100% was, but either way, the result is just fine for him as it comes down to Gunz and Rod here at the end. The drop shot from Dish. Oh, not quite able to be enough. The clutch play we've seen isn't